The Holland Marsh itself proper is about 7,000 acres. All told, there's about 12,500 workable acres.
This is a microclimate. We are generally 2 to 3 degrees warmer, especially in the spring before the crops start really greening up and their canopies start closing in. You've got that black soil and you've got the sun, so you've got the heat rising. And that's why lettuce always grew really well out here, because you'd have the cooler nights and then the lettuce would absorb the moisture and the cool, and then they would have the heat during the day, so it was good. But now we're getting to extremes, so it's getting a bit trickier now.
It's like something different every year. Like this year was a flood, last year it was, the drought. It's like, within the last 2 years we've seen the, both extremes, right?
It's climate, and it's Mother Nature's way of saying, you know what, I've just about had enough and I need a break. And it really does boil down to that. How does it function here in the marsh? We have black soil. A black soil is just like having a black car. It creates its own microclimate. It creates a thermal dynamic above the marsh.
The environment's changing, so that's creating a big impact also on growing. You have to really be on top of your crop. You got to really watch the weather. You got to be able to really micromanage certain things, certain times. Research is key to finding out varieties that produce better. Management of our resources, making sure that we're actually taking care of the land, because the land's got to last us for quite a period of time.
Carrot trimming, that's just something relatively new to the Holland Marsh area. When sclerotinia or sclerotia gets inside a plant, or if it's on the leaves in the soil. And that generally comes because you've got too big of a canopy, and a canopy is what we refer to as the carrot tops. If you're in a hot, humid weather event, then if there is any of that bacteria in the soil, it's a perfect opportunity for that to get into the carrot tops. You're creating an opening so that the air can flow through, so there's less of a chance of the sclerotia or sclerotinia taking hold on that crop.
There are 3 things required to grow a health and safety crop. One is a good medium soil. It's organic based. 2, access to water, which is something that has become paramount as we've seen fresh water supplies dwindle throughout the world. And 3, we have an educated, well-informed, and very dedicated farming community that is prepared time and again to be able to grow anything.
Now, one of the things that helps us with our farming of the area within the polders is our very unique canal system. If you look globally at many of our trading partners, water and access to water to irrigate crops is a huge issue. We don't have that issue. It's not like Lake Simcoe, as long as they make sure they control the development. Lake Simcoe is not going to be drying up anytime soon. And it's the water from Lake Simcoe that is allowed back into the marsh for our farmers to access that water. Without water, crops are not going to grow. I don't care how much science is done to make drought-resistant crops, you still need the water. And that's one of the things that makes the Holland Marsh really, really special, is because we do have access to water.